Australia's largest beef producer, the Australian Agricultural Company, celebrated its 200th birthday this year. That makes it one of the oldest companies on the stock market. Its Chief Executive, David Harris, joins me now. David, thanks for your time. Obviously, massive milestone here. Can you just talk us through the origins and history of AACo?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks very much for having me. Yeah, look, it's a super interesting story. Like you said, 200 years this year, 1824, the business started down in sort of New South Wales in the Stroud region, actually. So the original purpose of the business was to come to Australia and set up for the colony and provide wool back to the UK. So even some of the stories about the early days of providing wool for, uniforms, in the Second World War and things like that. So the company then moved up through New South Wales and to where we are now, largely Queensland, Northern Territory, Australia's largest cattle producer, and, very proud business with some wonderful people involved selling beef all around the world.
Yeah, just give us a sense. You mentioned the various regions you're in, just the size of the landmass that you operate on, own, and how much livestock you've also got as well.
Yeah, for sure. So at the moment, we're custodians of about 6.5 million hectares of land across Australia, with a cattle herd about 450,000 head. So, like I said, largely those cattle go into our export business and in wonderful Wagyu beef products all around the world.
Yeah, your recent annual report shows meat sales revenue up 10% in the past year. Wagyu volumes, though, up 24%. Just talk to us about where that demand for premium Wagyu is coming from.
Yeah, sure. We see the demand really globally. So we have a lot of different markets, and they play really strategic roles for us to continue to move product around the world. North America, really significant market for us through the Asians. Even domestically this year, we relaunched our 1824 brand domestically to be able to, let Australians consume some of our wonderful product as well. Europe's, really big market for us and an opportunity for the future, but largely our product is going all around the world. Like I said, North America, Europe, the Asias, Korea in particular, some very large markets.
And just looking through the results, the past 12 months, it looks like the price you received for that Wagyu fell slightly to about $19.85 per kilo. What's the outlook over the rest of this year? How is it looking right now?
Yeah, look, if we polish off the crystal ball, there's no doubt there's been challenges. We've spoke of in the past as well, North America, certainly some very large processing numbers with the drought over there at the moment. So the sort of global beef stocks, the supply is up, and so that is largely the reason you've seen a slight decrease in some of that pricing, like you spoke to. Look, we see short to medium term. Short term, look, it's probably still a little challenging, but medium term, we're excuse the pun, very bullish that high quality protein such as this has certainly got high demand from a lot of markets around the world.
So is it fair to say then the economic pressures you and the other people in the industry were under a couple of years ago, are they starting to ease off now?
Look, I still think we've got economic pressure from a cost of production perspective. We're like everyone else, input prices are certainly challenging at present, and so we'll continue to manage those. Where we see opportunity is certainly in that sales price and demand around the world. So we'll keep managing for the here and now and trying to remain a really cost competitive producer of super high quality beef, but we certainly see some upside in the demand.
And you're also investing a lot in sustainability as well. I think one example is converting diesel-powered bores to solar. Just explain the importance of reducing carbon to AACo.
Yeah, look, we think about it not necessarily as specifically as carbon. We probably come at it from a more holistic perspective. We've got, like you said, we have gone through a really significant program of swapping a lot of our kind of stock and domestic bores over that supply water for the cattle throughout the businesses through to solar, and that's been a huge project for us that's kind of taken 3 or 4 years, but one that we see as highly important to us continue on our sustainability route, as well as cost of production. There's no doubting diesel prices and things like that are continuing to surge. So good cost of production and also sustainability benefits. Back to the sustainability piece more broadly, we see it as an integral part of what we do. Like I said earlier, 6.5 million hectares is a significant amount of land that we, have some control and some effect on. And so we take our responsibility there really seriously, and we see it as a real opportunity for us in the future to add value, tell stories. We really are stewards of the land, and it feeds us and allows us to produce this wonderful product that we do sell all around the world. So we take a very long view on productivity and, the quality of that land and how we look after it and the importance of that. So sustainability as a overarching thought process is super important to us, to being a business here for the long run.
And just quickly, you'll be at the Australians Global Food Forum tomorrow in Brisbane. How important are events like this for the agriculture sector?
Yeah, extremely important, I think. Articulating to others, the sophistication and the quality of the agricultural production that comes out of Australia is super important. I'm always talking about how we can educate our customers better, and I think this is another opportunity to do that, for us to educate each other within the industry, but to share our story, globally as it is, and be super proud of agricultural production and the agricultural industry that we have in Australia. I'll always put my hand up to be a part of educating customers, telling our story, and articulating the importance of this industry to Australia and globally.
Well, David Harris, Chief Executive of AECO, thanks for your time.
Not a problem, thank you.
And just a reminder, tomorrow Brisbane will host the Australians 2024 Global Food Forum for the first time, partnering with Visy and supported by the Wall Street Journal. You can follow all the action here on Sky News and on theaustralian.com.au.